Racist Ryan Clark from ESPN. He says he has no plans to respect Donald Trump. Racist Ryan Clark has said in the past that Bill Belichick is too white to coach the Atlanta Falcons. According to Ryan Clark, no white players in the NFL are any good. Tom Brady's not good. Big Ben's not good. TJ Watt's not good. Christian McCaffrey's not good. You see where I'm going. According to Ryan Clark, no white person on the planet is good at anything. And there's only one specific reason why Ryan Clark hates Donald Trump, because he's a straight white male and rich on top of it. So that's why Ryan Clark hates him. Super Bowl champ Ryan Clark says he has no plans to respect Trump. Ryan Clark, a Super Bowl champion defensive back who's an NFL analyst for ESPN, riffed about President-elect Donald Trump after his general election win over Vice President Kamala Harris. Riffed? More like cried, and, that's all he does is cry. Every single time that Ryan Clark doesn't get his... See, ESPN lets him do and say whatever he wants, and when he says racist things, what do? Give him contract extensions. Give him raises. So the minute he doesn't get his way, it's racism. Oh, Donald Trump won. It's racism. This is the same crybaby that was crying that Nick Bosa was wearing a MAGA hat and he said, "Go Trump." It was like the end of the world. The whole Pivot podcast, big tough guy Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor. Oh, he's a racist. Complexion for the connection. The white boy got away with murder. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Clark posted a video on his X account on Monday recalling Trump's first presidency. He said his initial post about the election result reminded him of how divisive the country has become. You know, one of the biggest reasons why the country is so divisive, as Ryan Clark says, because of a racist piece of garbage like Ryan Clark, who can say whatever he wants for years at a time. Racist thing. According to Ryan Clark, there's not a white player in any sport that's any good at anything. Gee, I wonder why. Why are you saying that? Why is Big Ben not good? Why is the quarterback up in Buffalo, Josh Allen, not good? Why is TJ Watt not good? Why is Christian McCaffrey not good? I wonder why, Ryan. I wonder why you're saying that. So he'll say racist things for years at a time, and the minute he doesn't get his way, he's ready to cry, and the country has become so divisive. Oh, I didn't get my way for once. Nobody kissed my ass enough. It reminded me how divisive this country has gotten. Clark said how divisive this election has gotten. Where did the side that candidate felt they won the Super Bowl? When did they brag about it? Whatever that. When did the candidate feel like they won the Super Bowl? When did they brag about it? When did they boast about it? When did they throw it in your face? Because it was just their guy, not our guy. On the other side, the sadness, the depression, the sadness, the depression. A white man won something. Oh my God! They were mega hats. People truly thinking this is not being a place that they could live. Oh, right. So, according to Ryan Clark, Kamala Harris's policies and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris policies that are destroying the black community, people can live under those policies, right? Black people, minorities can live under those policies. But they can't live under President Trump's policies, the best policies in the world, keeping everybody safe, every race safe, making it affordable for every race, making inflation low for every race. Somehow, in racist Ryan Clark's mind, that's not livable. Okay. Clark compared his emotions to how he felt during former President Barack Obama's presidency. Yeah, his emotions, that's all Ryan Clark is, an emotional train wreck of a mess who doesn't know anything about politics, facts, logic, reason. It's all emotion, and all of his emotion is based off the hatred he has for Caucasianoids. That's why he's emotional. He claimed the Obama presidency had no scandals. Ryan Clark claims the Obama presidency had no scandals. Well, let me fill you in on something, Ryan Clark. Barack Obama, that's not even his real name. His name is Barry Soetoro. If that's not a scandal in itself, I don't know what is, along with the other 1,000 scandals during his presidency. He did not mention the Benghazi. He claimed the Obama presidency had no scandals. Benghazi attack, Operation Fast and Furious, or the IRS targeting scandal, among other major issues that occurred over the course of Obama's 2 terms. Of course he did it. Why would he do that? He'd have to tell the truth for once in his life and not be the racist that he is. So it started when we wanted to make America great again. But wasn't it before? I've said this a million times. This is the only country in the world where an idiot racist like Ryan Clark could make millions of dollars playing football, got a free education to a major university. Now he's on TV making millions of dollars, but somehow America's still not great. Hey, Ryan, you're free to test the market in other countries and see how much they deem you're worth. It won't be much, I guarantee you that. I felt it was the greatest it had ever been, Clark said. For 8 years, President Obama represented us with class, with grace, and with elegance and with decency. There were no scandals. There were no impeachments. There were no felony charges. There were no indictments. There were none of these things that were unbecoming of the office. And we elected someone that ran a campaign based in a bigotry and based in hate. And for those 4 years, it wasn't great. Wow. Oh, man. Ryan Clark, if you call that justice, what they're doing to Trump, this third world banana republic, going after your political opponents, I pray to God you and your family are next. I hope they go after you the same way they did to Trump and put you in the hot seat so you'll learn to shut up. So, under Trump, the country wasn't great his last 4 years. Really, Ryan? I'm sure your taxes were much lower. I'm sure when your wife went to the grocery store, the food bill was much lower. I'm sure the border was secure. I'm sure predominantly black neighborhoods didn't have thousands and thousands of illegals dropped off into the neighborhood that drained all the resources. I'm sure none of that happened under President Trump's watch. But when you're a racist like Ryan Clark, you don't see any of that. You only see black and white. White is bad. Barack Obama is good because he's a man of color. Trump bad. Trump white. Trump bad. Orange man bad. Orange man racist. That's Ryan Clark's logic. They pay this idiot $1 million a year. In 2016, I remember someone sitting in that office calling people that peacefully protested sons of bees. And in 2020, in his last year, it wasn't about just COVID to me. It was the most divided this country has ever been. You want to know why it's divided, Ryan? Not because of Trump. Because of arrogant idiots like you that think you have the right to go on TV, hate every white person on the planet, say all types of things, never be held accountable. There's one set of standards for you and then another set of standards for everybody else. And that goes all the time at woke ESPN. That's why the ratings are in the garbage, because of you and Stephen A. Smith, and why majority of the country gets their sporting news from YouTube. Clark said he would not respect him, but rather show respect for the office of the presidency. Nobody cares. Neither does Trump. I think now the difficult part is I do understand that not everyone that supports him believes in his rhetoric, and everyone that supports him thinks bigotry is okay, Clark said. They told me that he believes in Christian values. For me, I'll give him that grace because I do want salvation for all people. It's going to be forever hard to respect the man, and I don't, and I won't, but I will respect the office. Hey, Ryan Clark, this whole I'm holier than thou BS from you and the majority of Democrats. Like, I believe in God, and the racist things that I say don't count. But I'll call somebody else a racist, and that automatically means they are racist and don't believe in God. I got news for you, idiot. You're not closer to God than Donald Trump or some bum that pees on himself in the street. Mr. Holy One, Mr. Lord and God himself, Ryan Clark. That's what he is. He thinks he's the center of the universe, and everything revolves around his fragile feelings. I want to be a sane man in an insane society. I want to be reasonable man in an unreasonable world. So I won't be divisive. But I do hope for all our sakes, he understand that he's our president. Let's go over this again. I want to be a sane man in an insane society. I want to be a reasonable man in an unreasonable world. So I won't be divisive. This is how delusional he is. This is how mental disorder. He gets on ESPN every day, makes it about race every single day. Bill Belichick, he's too white to coach the Atlanta Falcons. It's his words, not mine. If you listen to Ryan Clark, no white person in the history of sports is good. None of them. Josh Allen's not good. Tom Brady's not good. TJ Watt's not good. I can go down the line forever. Basketball players, you name it. He is the biggest piece of garbage. Him, Ryan Clark, Sonny Houston, Joy Reid, Stephen A. Smith are the top 4 biggest racists on television. Guess what? Nothing will happen to them. They won't be disciplined. They won't lose their job. And then they'll get up there and they'll say how everybody else is racist and divisive. Meanwhile, that's what they do every single day. It's amazing. Like, the mental disorder on full display is amazing. Have a great day, Ryan.